in this line graph, what is this axis? What should come in this axis? And what should come in this axis? On this axis, we will have the value, the population of Andhra, population of Karnataka, population of Maharashtra. So we will have numbers over here. Okay, let's say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And here it will be written in millions. Right, in millions. And here what we will have? 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, 0, 5, 0, 6, 0, 7. So for a period of 7 years. Okay, these are 2001, 2002. Since I do not have space, I have written like this. So the x-axis or this one always shows you the time period. This gives you the time period. Whereas this value, this axis gives you what is known as discrete values. These values are known as discrete values. Okay. So x-axis will always give you time period, y-axis always gives you discrete values. Please note this down. Now let's see a bar graph. Bar graph will look something like this. Now what is this showing? For the year 2001, for the year 2002, let's say 02, 03, 04, 05. So this is again population of Andhra. This is Karnataka, the second one. The third one can be Maharashtra. Similarly over here. So again we have the time period over here and we have discrete values over here. Right. So if I ask you, now looking at this line graph, tell me. In this line graph, if I ask you the value at like what was the population of Maharashtra in the year 2002, how do you find it? So you first find out that this is the line graph of Maharashtra. So what do you do? From 2002 you will draw a parallel line, right? And again you will draw a, so you will draw a line parallel to x-axis and parallel to y-axis. Wherever this point meets, this is the value at this particular point, right? This is how we determine the value at any year of a particular state, right? So similarly in the bar graph also, see, line graph and bar graph are very much similar. Okay, in the bar graph also, in the same way, if I ask you what was the population, so let me label this 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. So if I ask you what was the population of Andhra in the year 2001, so it will come nearly here. So tell me, what is this value? 20 is here. This one is 20, right? And this point is over here, so it's below 20. So how do you know that it is 15 sort of? It can be 14.5, it can be 14.75, it can be 14.28, it can be anything. What you have to write is, whenever, see, if it is exactly at this mark, you know that this is 30, you know that this is 40, you know that this is 50, this is 20, this is 10. But if it is not exactly at this mark, even if it is a little bit above it or a little bit below this, you cannot write that it is 30 or this is 20. So what are the words that you should use? You should use words like, so when the point is in between 2 marks, okay, in between 2 marks of the discrete value, you should use words like approximately, around, nearly, okay, little more than, and little less than, little less than. Now this is known as a vertical line graph, vertical bar graph. This is a vertical bar graph. We can simultaneously have a horizontal bar graph where the lines will look something like this. Okay, the same thing will look like this. So there is no difference, just the axis will rotate. Now your y-axis will show the time period and the x-axis will show the discrete values. Right, only this thing will change. So this will become 10, 20, 30, 40, and this will become 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0. That's the only difference. Nothing else. Right. The same way. Again, if I ask you what was the population uh, of let's say this state, whatever the state is, of this state in the year 2000, let's say, what will you do? So you will draw a line from here, and wherever it falls, this will be the value. Right? Okay. So that was about line graph and bar graph.